Welcome back, dear viewers. And you're still watching The Breakfast Show, and in this segment of our program, we are going to talk about Egyptian-Kuwaiti relations as President Fattah Sisi is expected to visit Kuwait on Tuesday and to hold talks with the Kuwaiti Emir and shed more light on the importance of this visit. We are joined over the phone by Mr. Latif Wahba. He is a journalist. Good morning.
Good morning.
So, as I've just mentioned, that President Fattah Sisi is heading to Kuwait on Tuesday, and he is expected to meet Kuwaiti Emir. So, can you tell us more about the significance of this visit and the importance of its timing?
I think it is
Yes.
a visit in critical times to Kuwait, as the area faces many challenges, even in Syria, Libya, and Yemen, and so on. And Egypt, at the same time, has a great and historic relations with Kuwait. Egypt supported the stability of Kuwait during the past decades, and at the same time, we have a good relations with Kuwait concerning the cooperations in many aspects, like education, like labor forces, and also in oil and gas industries.
Yes.
This is on one hand. On the other hand, as you know, that Kuwait at the same time hosted many or a huge number of the Egyptian workers and peoples in Kuwait. And they give, or they paid, I mean the Kuwaiti paid more attention and more importance for the Egyptian people there. This is on the other hand. At the same time, there is a great cooperation between Egypt and also Kuwait concerning security and security, and also on how to deal with the issues of the Arab area, especially in Syria and Yemen and in the Gulf area.
So, sir, do you expect the president to talk about investments in Egypt and means of attracting more Kuwaiti investors to Egypt in the coming period?
Yeah, of course. As you know, that Kuwait may be one of the greatest Arab countries that they are investing in Egypt.
Yes.
In many fields, especially in oil and also in tourism.
Yes.
And as you know, at the beginning of the Arab Spring, they supported Egypt. They supported President Fattah Sisi administrations, and also they helped Egypt concerning, for example, the Kuwaiti deposit to the Egyptian central bank. This is, of course, a distinguished relations between Egypt and Kuwait. Now, I think President Fattah Sisi, in his negotiations with the Kuwaiti Emir, they will tackle, they will delegate about many other issues concerning how to push the trade and the economic relations between Egypt and the Kuwait.
Yes, sir. Also, if we talk about Egypt's pivotal role in the region and as a cornerstone for security and stability in the Arab world, how do you see Egypt's role now as a key country in the Arab world?
Oh, yeah, of course. As you know, that I think Egypt and the Kuwait has many, we can say, a common interest for of the Arab area.
Yes.
As you know, Egypt and the President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi warned from terrorism. This terrorism is not specifically in one area, but he warned that all the Arab countries can suffer from terrorism if they didn't adopt a unified policy to tackle with these issues, especially as you know that the escalations of conflict in Yemen, in Syria, and some Arab areas pushed some members of the terrorist groups to flee to the Arab areas and so on. So there is a cooperation between Egypt and the Kuwait concerning the Arab security and stability. And as you know that Egypt at the same time in many events declared that any terrorist or any violations against one of the Arab countries may be considered as an attack on the Egyptian sovereignty.
Yes.
So Egypt supported the Gulf countries in their efforts to face terrorism, especially Kuwait. And we have a historic situations when Egypt supported Kuwait in 90s.
Yes.
Against the Iraqi aggressions.
Yes, I'd like to thank you, Mr. Abdel Latif Wahba, a journalist. Thank you for being with us, and dear viewers, stay tuned today for our coverage to President Fattah al-Sisi's visit to Kuwait on Tuesday. Short break, and we'll be back with our third segment for today, so stay tuned.